Alright, so now that we are on and recording, I'm going to go over a couple things real quick just to get you familiarized.
Okay.
Once again, my name is Sean O'Brien. For the camera, please say your first and last name.
Trey Davis.
And we're going to be doing our first kind of introductory 3 laps in the beautiful Ferrari 488 challenge car for our HPD session. So we already kind of went over where our buttons are, our master, our ignition, so if anything needs to be touched there, we do have AC. It's for you, so congratulations, I get nothing. And then we can turn on that. This is what you heard earlier. It's that extra fan. I might turn that on from time to time depending on how warm it gets. It puts a little bit more strain on the car, so I typically won't run it unless I really need to. But other than that, we don't really need to worry about too much of the other stuff. Here's our pit limiter button. It's right here. We want that off, so once we put that, it usually turns off, but not this time. That's okay. Actually, it's here. Sorry. It's this one. Anyways, the right hand, so this button right there, you can see your blinker turn on. That's what we're going to be using to indicate that we're coming, or that someone's passing us. And you can see if we just kind of click it, it turns on, it beeps 3 times, and it shuts off. If we hold it, it stays on.
Okay.
And then we have to manually turn it off. If we just click it real quick, nothing happens. It actually kind of doesn't respond that quickly. So these are our traction control systems. So we're going to leave them at 4, 4, 2 for now. Our ABS at 2, our TC1 at 4, and our TC2 at 4 as well for now. If we get going pretty good out there, or I feel like if things are being a little bit intrusive, then maybe we'll dial that down a little bit. Other than that, it's really just kind of getting familiarized with everything. You got your upshift paddle on the right, your downshift paddle on your left. You can obviously see your gauges displayed nice and clearly. Your RPM gauge at the top. Your gearing is in neutral right now, and that's pretty much your setup for this one. All good?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go ahead and feel out things like the brake pedals, get comfortable with the controls, and we'll do a couple little introductory laps. Go ahead with your foot on the brake, upshift once. So now you can see you're in first. Go ahead and pull straight ahead. As you continue pulling forward, we're going to make our way around the tent here to the left. Just go straight over there. And then this will be our track entry point. Just head straight over to the left-hand side so you can pull up alongside all those orange cones there, and then make your way over here to the right. So as you pull up a little bit closer, I'll be able to see behind us. There's nobody coming. Obviously, we got the track to ourselves. You can start to accelerate, but you're going to make your way over here to the left-hand side. Let's go ahead and shift up. Shift up. The gears you're mostly going to be using are going to be 4 and 5, okay? You'll probably use a little bit of 6 at the end of the straightaway and maybe 3rd out of the hairpin. But for now, these are kind of your go-to gears. Now we're going to take the shortcut so you can start to brake a little bit here, downshifting once, and then you're going to make this left-hander cutaway over here to the left-hand side. Go ahead and start to do that now. Typically, we're going to make our way further down to the right as we do the full course. But here, we can go on either side of these double orange cones. It doesn't really matter. There's nobody coming. And then this is our kind of our back section, our technical section, where you're constantly going back from one side of the track to the other. Here, you want to end up on the right-hand side of the track. A little bit of brake pressure is going to be required. You make your way smooth into the chicane, and then you can accelerate fast out of it. And then you just kind of make your way through the S's. As you continue accelerating, starting to kind of feel what the car feels like as you start to move the car from one side of the track to the other, shifting up again. And then we start to brake a bit and downshift once. Here's what I was talking about earlier, our first turn-in point, but we want to stay on the high side, and then we want to start to make our way towards our apex cone on the left-hand side here. So right about now, you can start to accelerate a little bit faster. You want to open up the wheel so we end up on the right-hand side, and then shift up once. Good, shift up again. I aim for the kink in the horizon to the left, and that way I know when I get about here, I'm already on the proper side of the track as I get ready for my next braking zone. Go a little bit faster, and then press the brakes a little bit more firm. Downshift twice, and then make the U-turn to the left. Good, same thing. Crossing back onto track, shift up once, keep accelerating, test those brakes out again. Downshift once through the combination, and then accelerate through the S's. Good. Keep on going. Keep on going. And then test out those brakes a little bit more firm. Good. Start to accelerate. Open up the wheel towards the right side of the track. Shift up. Shift up. Aiming for the kink in the horizon to the left. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Brake hard. Harder. Harder. There you go. And make the turn. Good. A little bit faster now through the switchbacks. Shift up. Brake firm. Thread the needle to the left. Back on. And brake. Downshift. And then turn. Good. Open up the wheel as you accelerate. Shift. Shift. And brake hard. One more downshift. There we go. Good. We're going to finish this section before we head back into the pits. Okay, so our pit exit is going to look like those two blue cones straight ahead.
Okay.
So you'll still start to slow down at about that same time where the braking zone starts, but instead of turning left, you'll just go straight through them. There's a little bit of a hump here. We stay within our single file lane over here to the left-hand side, and then we follow this route all the way in. We don't want to cut that one in too early, or we'll kind of run out of space over here on the right-hand side. So what you did was perfect. If you do it like that every time, we'll be golden. You can see how the steering, the radius is a little bit more. So the route that we're going to take in is we're going to go to the almost immediate right here. And you're going to park it in our same stall that we got it from. Stay to the right, close to the fire truck here, or emergency truck, I should say. And then cut us on over, and then run over that chalk. There's the first tire. Keep on going a little bit further, and there's the second one. You can put it into neutral by pulling back on both paddles at the same time. That's actually similar to the street going version as well. Really good. Any questions?
No.
You got to feel what the paddle shifts feel like, what the brakes feel like. It's a pretty intense
Yeah.
machine for sure.
Nice.
Now you know what you're in for.
All right.
Now the way I usually take off my belts from endurance racing is I'll do this here. I'll take a big breath, and then I go, I'm good. Put them back down, and now I undo my belts. That way I know when I hop back in, I know that they're already set for me.
Okay.
And then I'll just throw one belt behind the seat here, and then the other one behind the seat there, and then make sure these kind of rotate here. We'll kind of finalize the belt buckle and get you into even in maybe a more snug fitting if you want to kind of try some stuff on that. Okay.
Okay.